Will the Public Relations Society of America, or PRSA, be the subject of a Netflix series on lies, spin, and corruption? It's a fair question, given PRSA's many years of vast financial discrepancies and legally non-compliant reporting. PRSA is a PR association that regularly promotes its unenforced code of ethics as a tick box of presumed honesty and integrity. But PRSA CEO appeared to struggle during a live interview in 2023 when asked if fake it till you make it is the right thing to do.
It's the idea of, what do you think of the concept? Is there value in, fake it until you make it?
I think there's value in, I think there's some neuroscience research that says if you smile in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, you can actually teach your body to be happier and to be more confident. I think that kind of faking it is okay. I think if fake it means I'm just going to sort of make up information or answer questions when I don't know them, that's not what you want to do. That's probably the worst thing to do. So faking a little bit of confidence, a little bit of comfort with being in the room, I think is probably okay and serves you well. But never fake the work, never fake knowledge, because you're going to lead a whole bunch of people on a wild goose chase.
Fake it till you make it, or fake it till you break it? Faking financials is a surefire way to break any organization, but PRSA's CEO doesn't seem to understand this fundamental. Her doublespeak on faking things was put to the test just months ago. In December 2023, PRSA's national chair, along with the CEO and her chief financial officer, published PRSA's year-in review report. As usual, PRSA posted incomplete 11-month financial reporting, not 12 months, which fails to comply with New York state law for proper disclosure. But there was something else. PRSA had posted some $5.4 million in balance sheet math errors within its 2022 comparison column. And not just one error, but multiple errors, including unexplained retroactive changes from the prior year's reporting of the 2022 balance sheet. This non-compliant, error-riddled financial statement remained on PRSA's website for some 2 weeks until I exposed the errors myself in a blog post on my own website on January 1st, 2024. But instead of owning up with accurate explanations to the full range of balance sheet inaccuracies, PRSA's CEO faked the facts. Take a listen.
I'm happy to answer member questions, and the short answer to her very, very long post is that there's no financial misstatements, there's no financial shenanigans. There was indeed a mistake, a typo, or it was actually a graphic design mistake in the financials that we posted in our year in review. And if you were a savvy reader of financial statements, which I believe Ms. West to be based on her history, you would have known it was a typo because it was a number that got repeated in another column and didn't even get added into the subtotals. So it's kind of clearly a design error, and look, mea culpa on us, it was a quality control issue that we didn't catch because we checked the spreadsheets and all the numbers matched, but again, when they were taking the spreadsheets and putting them into a readable design format, it was just a copy-paste error.
In this legally recorded interview, PRSA's CEO engaged in gaslighting and disinformation. For example, there wasn't just one simple error, as she claimed. There was an entire column riddled with a variety of randomized errors. No mere cut-and-paste misfire by a graphic designer could have produced them. For example, take PRSA's retroactive changes. Suddenly, in contrast with the prior year's report, The exact same number that PRSA cited as an asset was now also cited as a liability. This duplication made it appear that the member's entire investments account of more than $4 million was also owed as a liability to third parties. Another example, an entirely new line item for a lease liability of more than $500,000 had been added that didn't appear the previous year. PRSA gave no explanation or footnote. Balance sheet subsection math errors, plural, not singular, also resulted. Long story short, PRSA's balance sheet was a mess. But instead of owning up to what really happened by leadership's own negligence, PRSA's CEO chose to lie by omission. She oversimplified the massive scope of the errors, throwing an innocent graphic designer under the bus in the process. Clearly smiling her way through this spin cycle to make herself feel more comfortable as she faked excuses, the CEO took advantage of members' good faith. She seemed to presume that her own members were simply too ignorant to fact-check her claims. For example, a graphics person would have had to commit sabotage on PRSA's spreadsheet for this many odd, random errors to occur. PRSA's national chair, CEO, and CFO failed in their jobs, but the CEO chose to accuse someone else with little to no power in the organization instead. And while we're on the subject of fake deflections, falsely accusing anyone of untrue allegations, particularly when that person cannot be present to defend themselves, is not only uncivil, unethical, and defamatory, but it could also be legally actionable, placing members' dollars at further risk. Without question, PRSA has a long history of peddling false narratives and alternative facts, well predating this most recent incident. Who knows? Maybe that Netflix series will happen sooner than PRSA thinks.
But never fake the work, never fake knowledge, because you're going to lead a whole bunch of people on a wild goose chase.
And you don't want to fake financials either. You'll end
Oh,
up the
my
subject
goodness.
of a Netflix series someday.
Yes,
So.
I do not look good in orange, so never, never fake financials, never.